TBT, the basketball tournament championship weekend, tipping off here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We are live in the city of brotherly love, and folks, we've got 1 million reasons to be here. We have made it to TBT semifinal round. That means just 4 teams remaining. Our first semifinal will have Eberlein Drive taking on Forever Coogs. Forever Coogs is the Houston alumni team. We started with 64 teams, folks, 2 weeks ago. We've now been whittled down to just 4 teams. Eberlein Drive, Forever Coogs. The winner of this game will take on the winner of our second game, 2 alumni teams. Carmen's Crew, Ohio State alumni team, taking on La Familia, Kentucky's alumni team. That game will happen immediately after this one. Glad to have you along for the ride, folks. This is going to be a whole heck of a lot of fun. With my partner, Nick Baugh, I am Eric Collins, and well, it's really serious now.
Yeah.
64 teams, 60 eliminated, 4 remaining. You need 2 more wins to get $1 million. This is when things really get interesting.
I just love the mix of the teams. You got Eberlein Drive, a TBT original, and then 3, not just alumni teams, high-profile alumni teams. Great mix of teams, great mix of players. This is going to be a really fun night of semifinal action.
All right, let's roll up our sleeves and talk about one of those teams. Eberlein Drive, a bunch of history. They've been playing TBT since 2014. Maybe it's this year to win it all.
Well, you look at their roster. They have 66 years professional basketball combined experience amongst their players across 30 different countries. This is an older, mature, experienced team, and it really serves them well. They're balanced. They have 5 guys that average double figures. I really love how they go out and play with purpose and execution, something you don't always see in TBT teams. And the reason why, a big part of it is that guy right there, Anthony Clemens, a former Iowa Hawkeye, has really grown as a player, in particular on the offensive end. Only averaged about 8 points a game in Iowa City. Look at those numbers, 16 points per game, efficient from beyond the arc. But where he has really made an impact, Eric, I think is on the defensive end of the floor in slowing down some of the best guards that this tournament's had to offer. And they're going to need a great defensive effort from Mr. Anthony Clemens, because this guy, Rob Gray, he has been better than any player in the entire TBT. He was a man on a mission against Team Colorado the other night. 23 points. He plays with an incredible motor, incredible passion that I think is contagious for everybody else. He's averaging 20 points per game. This guy is a superstar. I think he's going to put on a show here tonight.
Nick and I are not alone. Third member of our broadcast team, Kaylee Griffin, standing by. Kaylee, take it away.
Well, Eric, let's continue the Rob Gray talk. He has been the heart and soul of this Forever Coogs team. He provides a unique mix of leadership and experience, having playing in TBT for the last 4 years. But it's his experience on this stage that might prove to be the difference. He played with the Marshall alumni team, heard that last year in these TBT semifinals, and he told me that he really learned a lot. The team's approach changed once they got to this stage. They started to focus more on things that they couldn't control. He told this group, listen, if we play hard, focus on ourselves and play within ourselves, we have a good chance to advance. He also said it just means a little bit more that he has a chance to represent for the University of Houston.
Looking to represent. I love it. 2 wins away from $1 million. Let's do it. Semifinal number 1. It's Eberlein Drive taking on Forever Coogs. We will tip it off when we return to the Quaker City. A full night of basketball here on FS1. We are in the DAC University City, inside Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Our first semifinal, Eberlein Drive, going to take on Forever Coogs. Forever Coogs is the University of Houston alumni team. You got to win tonight. You're going to have to win on Sunday afternoon. If you do, it will be worth $1 million for your team. You can split it up any way you want. This is the 11th running of TBT. It started back in 2014. Oh, by the way, Eberlein Drive, one of two remaining original teams. We're going to play regular basketball until we get to the fourth quarter. Once we get to the 4-minute mark of the fourth quarter, we turn off the game clock and we play to a target score. It's called an Elam ending. It is a fantastic way to end a basketball game. And we will do it twice tonight. One semifinal right now, another semifinal. La Familia, Carmen's crew coming up later, trying to get to our championship game on Sunday afternoon. Let's take a look at the starters for both sides. That's Jordan Surenkamp. He has done a great job as the leader, head coach of Eberlein Drive. He'll have Anthony Clemens, Archie Goodwin, Ryan Taylor, Tyler Stone, and Nate Roberts to work with. Remember, off the bench, Jake Stevens is a big deal. Forever Coogs, Chandre Jones, Rob Gray, their leader, Melvin Frazier, Justin Gorham, and Tayshawn Thomas, the starting five. Now, folks, if you're hearing a lot of audio, that's good reason. We have cameras and microphones everywhere.
Yeah, you're going to get access. You're going to hear conversations with the officials. You're going to hear what's being drawn up potentially for the game-winning shot inside the huddle. That's what you get with the TBT.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's be ready. Let's go. 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 All right.
Forever Coogs flying through the Houston region. This will be their first real road game. Eberlein Drive, they came through the Butler region in Indianapolis to win their first four.
And I think that note on this being Houston's first true road game, be interested to see what that looks like. Now, the good news is defense and rebound travels, and that's the Houston identity. But something to watch is how Houston handles not being in the friendly confines of their home court.
Forever Coogs with the basketball. This is Rob Gray up high, working on Anthony Clemens. Nick says that's the matchup to watch. Shot clock already below 10. Looking for a game's first shot, Devin Davis. Leaves it back out, the big man, Tayshawn Thomas, three-pointer.
That's not really his game, but he had no choice given the shot clock situation. I think three-point shooting is going to be important for Houston. By far the worst three-point shooting team of the four here in Philadelphia.
First shot of the game for Eberlein Drive is missed by Ryan Taylor, but there's a reason for that. He was fouled. And the leg's taken out. He'll go to the free throw line and shoot a pair.
Good. We just don't want to get a little too rough.
Where Ryan Taylor wants to be, he is a very good free throw shooter. He's 5 for 5 at the free throw line so far in this year's tournament.
Three guys.
Yeah, in case you're wondering, folks, you get 6 fouls before you're dismissed. And something that does happen every single game, we're playing with FIBA goaltending rules. If the ball is hanging on the rim in the cylinder, you can knock it out. The smarter teams with the experience take advantage of that. There's Jordan Surenkamp. He has spent the last 6 years in the NBA. Charlotte Hornets organization, both as an assistant coach and also calling the shots in their G League team, Greensboro Swarm.
Been incredibly impressed watching Coach Surenkamp coach this team. And if you watch them go through a shoot-around, you would think they're on practice number 55 together in month 5. They're a well-oiled machine. And Surenkamp has done an excellent job coaching this Eberlein Drive team.
Both sides with 3 points. First time down the floor. Anthony Clemens, good hand, steals the ball away. Tyler Stone with the left hand, left it short, tapped up and in by Nate Roberts.
And there, Rob Gray already picked up a personal foul. Couldn't get too physical with Stone with a head of steam on it. And defense into offense.
And another steal. This time it's Archie Goodwin. And Goodwin, that was a clean rip away. Good defense played by Chandre Jones. Goodwin had him by 8 inches.
14.
And Chandre Jones is able to cleanly rip it away.
That's an excellent sprint back and to try to rip the ball away and not foul. That's really challenging. You see a lot of players just relinquish the layup or go foul. Andre Jones able to track the ball and erase 2 points.
Already 2 quick turnovers for Forever Coogs. This time they get a shot on rim, but it lips out. So Eberlein drive, the lead in the ball. Goodwin and Clemens up high, playing keep away. This is Stone.
We out.
And a travel. That'd be turnover number 3. Not even 2 minutes into the game for Forever Coogs.
A little sloppy to get things started. And Eberlein drive. They'll switch things up defensively, and I think it'll take a little bit for Houston to get comfortable on exactly what Eberlein drive is trying to do defensively, but a sloppy start for the Coogs.
Lawrence Pay. Good job through 4 games for Forever Coogs. Blocked away nicely by Melvin Frazier. Leads to the run out. This is a 3-on-1. And Gorham scores with some power.
And a little bit of courtesy at the end of it. Knocked him over, helped him up. Big time play from Gorham. Big, strong, 6'7" forward. Using that strength. That's a tough finish.
Good. Next one.
And that's an example of how physical the TBT is. They're going to let you play a little bit.
And an offensive foul on Archie Goodwin. They don't let him play a little bit there. Called for a moving screen. He clearly doesn't agree.
No. But great sequence. Melvin Frazier gets a piece of it, and Forever Coogs are off to the races, and that is taking a big shoulder to the chest, finishing. A little bit of sportsmanship in. This is the city of brotherly love, so I suppose you got to have that on the floor right now.
Brotherly shove sometimes. Rob Gray, that's his first field goal to fall. Rob Gray, now 30 years of age. Is a 3-year player, a 3-year starter, Houston Cougars. Goodwin. One and done, rebounded in traffic by Gorham.
Where Gray is really dangerous. Head of steam, being aggressive, making plays.
Gorham. And Goodwin had the ball and was knocked to the floor. Foul on Fabian White.
Ball. Thank you.
Well, I think one of the most important things for Eberlein drive in starting this game was sending a message of matching Forever Coogs' toughness and energy, because that's a huge part of how Houston plays. It's how Kelvin Sampson's team plays, so you would expect the same thing with the alumni team. And so far, Eberlein drive has set the tone in that regard. They're not going to get punked and pushed around.
Here's Clemens. Slip screen, beautiful pass, and the finish by Nate Roberts. That snaps a streak of 5 consecutive misses for Eberlein drive. Gray. And a foul will send Devin Davis to the line. A couple of former Big Teners matching up. Devin Davis started his college experience at Indiana before finishing at Houston.
It's a good cut from Davis as Ryan Taylor got caught ball watching. And Davis, not really a three-point shooter, 18% for his college career. Doesn't stand in the corner, he back cuts, and now is at the line.
Davis is now 29 years of age. His winning share sent Lizelle $58,823. This year's $1 million prize once again being sent straight to the winner's accounts via Zelle, the official payment partner of TBT. One of the funnest parts of Sunday afternoon's championship game is actually watching the money go directly into the accounts. Good defense play. Coogs have got it back with numbers. Oh, wonderful passing interiorly, but the shot is missed by White. White will have another chance. All sorts of problems. Can't convert. Tyler Stone the other way. Goodwin. Score the goal and a foul. Good strength, Archie Goodwin.
On one end, Forever Coogs looks like they got not one but 2 point-blank layups. Can't get it to go down. And then on the other end, Archie Goodwin with a chance for a 3-point play. And good displays of strength at the rim, both ways, playing through contact and finishing and getting it to go down.
It's the second time you're saying that. The second time you're talking about contact. Yeah.
Eberlein drive back on top. Old-fashioned three-point play. Archie Goodwin spent 3 seasons in the NBA.
55.
Fabian White.
Short.
One-handed rebound in traffic by Gorham. And the fouls are starting to be racked up for both sides. That's going to be the 3rd foul on Eberlein drive. Forever Coogs already with 3 team fouls. Once you get to 5, that's the bonus.
And Fabian White, this is just his 2nd game in the TBT. Just joined Forever Coogs in their quarterfinal matchup, and he makes a big difference. The all-time winningest player in Houston history. Brings a winning pedigree and versatility in the front line for Forever Coogs.
Davis a fadeaway, back of the iron.
That's not Devin Davis's game there.
Devontae Pollard has checked in for the first time for Forever Coogs. He's number 24 in gray. And that foul's on Melvin Frazier. And that's the 4th team foul on Forever Coogs. So we're going to have bonus free throws next time Eberlein drive gets fouled.
It's always interesting when Rob Gray's not in the game, what offense looks like for Forever Coogs. And this is where you have a guy like Fabian White in. You can play through him, high post, post up. You got some options, but without Rob Gray, the offense can get a little bit off schedule for Houston.
This is Chandre Jones. Breaks the pressure, leads the offense. Pollard just into the game. His first touch, his first shot. Terrell Brown into the ball game for Eberlein drive along with Deshaun Knight. Knight will run the point with Clemens sitting on the bench. And we've got a timeout on the floor. First chance for everyone to catch their breath. It is a close one, just getting started here in Philadelphia. 10-9, the lead, Eberlein drive on top of Forever Coogs. By Puma and by Zelle, the official payment partner of TBT. The basketball tournament is powered by Puma and by Zelle, the official payment partner of TBT. The basketball tournament is powered by Puma and by Zelle, the official payment partner of TBT. Welcome back, everyone. We are inside the DAC here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, on the campus of Drexel. And the Houston alumni team, Forever Coogs, have won all 4 games they've ever played in the basketball tournament. This is their first go-around at TBT, and they won in the first round against Austin own, once Bronco challenge ALS. In the quarterfinal round, they left the field against Team Colorado.
It's their best performance so far in the TBT against Team Colorado. In the Once a Bronco and Challenge ALS games, Forever Coogs trailed heading into the Elam ending and found a way to win, which is always important. You got to survive and advance. It's been outstanding to get a Houston alumni team in the TBT.
Here's Fabian White, the quick spin and finish with the left hand. Oh, that's pretty. That snaps a streak of 6 consecutive shots missed by Forever Coogs.
What a pickup in the middle of the TBT. And speaking of big pickups, Eberlein Drive, Jake Stevens in the game. He was a big pickup as well. He was in Vegas for NBA Summer League and has joined Eberlein Drive for the last 2 games.
That's a throw move right there by Archie Goodwin. Deep bag.
Talented guy. You mentioned it. Played in the NBA, former McDonald's All-American. Played at Kentucky for 1 year.
We're fine there.
Fabian White wants to back down. And he got hit on the forearm. Chance for a 3-point play. Fabian White. You mentioned a little bit sloppy beginning of the ball game, but after the first time out, both sides looking pretty strong right now.
And a good place to settle you down is to go into the post. And Fabian White, super strong.
If not, we're good.
He's got great versatility. We were talking to their coaching staff. There was some energy when he joined the team. In fact, they broke out a 1-2-3 Fabian White. They were fired up to get the winner back, Fabian White.
Dejon Knight gets it over to Archie Griffin. Archie Goodwin. Goodwin, step back 3. And a really late whistle.
15.
A really late whistle is going to give Goodwin 3 free throws.
And it's the 15th foul, Eric. That's one of the issues so far. Houston's having a hard time playing defense without fouling. Some of them have been silly. Melvin Frazier got caught reaching 30 feet from the hoop. They're fouling a 3-point shooter. Every point is so important.
Do we agree on that?
Winning that free throw battle is always huge.
So what I'm saying is, he shot the ball from the college NBA, right?
No, it was a 3-point shot.
Goodwin, former Phoenix Sun, Brooklyn Net, New Orleans Pelicans.
3 shots.
Been around TBT for a handful of years. Got away from La Familia. Played at Kentucky 1 year, 13-14 season. La Familia, we will see later today.
Yes.
Kentucky's alumni team.
Certainly a storyline that I'm sure Archie Goodwin has been thinking about. The fact that he would be taking on La Familia.
Oh, that never happens. If you have 3 free throws and you hit the first 2, you never miss the third. It just doesn't happen. You've got the rhythm, you know the length.
He's feeling good about yourself.
So we're tied at 14. Rob Gray protects. This is a wild shot, topped up and in by Devontae Pollard.
But Gray's penetration just attracts defenders, which creates the rotation rebound for Pollard. So Gray has to stay aggressive to try and get into the paint.
Goodwin's got the last 6 for Eberlein Drive. Step back 3. Swirls through for Tyler Stone.
He's been fantastic scoring the ball. Can shoot it a little bit. 16 points per game so far in the TBT.
I think that's the 7th change we've had in our first quarter of play.
Back and forth we go.
I'm asking that person.
Tyler Stone just playing with a ton of confidence. He's got good size, good versatility. They need his aggressiveness to score.
Ray asked for the pick. He got it from Pollard. Now gives it back to Pollard. White. Good interior pass results in the bucket for Frazier.
That's the second backdoor cut from Forever Coogs. If you're Eberlein Drive, you have to have your head on a swivel and see both.
Tough chance. Quick trigger 3 missed by Stone. Winner of this game takes on the winner of our next game. Carmen's Crew and La Familia in the championship game Sunday afternoon on this floor. Fabian White short-armed it. Final 50 seconds of our first quarter. And step through, took an extra step on the way through. Traveling call on Stone. All right, changes for Forever Coogs for the final 47 seconds of our first quarter. Justin Gorham comes back into the game, along with Tayshawn Thomas. Back into the game, Thomas. On top of the 7-footer, Stevens.
And that's just isolation on the entire right side of the floor for Thomas to face up and attack Jake Stevens.
33 twist. Justin, be ready, Justin.
Shot clock's off.
Be ready, Justin. Be ready, Justin. Yup. Twist.
And high ball screen, got ready to switch it and rotate.
Knight turns the corner. Left some meat on the bone. Jones gonna have to put it up. What a counted. That was creative use of knowing the exact amount of time he had to get a shot off. And Chandre Jones almost hit a buzzer beater. Well, closely contested first quarter of play. So far, so good for Forever Coogs. They've got themselves a 3-point advantage over Eberlein Drive. 20-17 is our score. Second quarter action when we come back to fill it.
Nah, you good, you good.
The question of the weekend. Zell asks, what would you do with the $1 million prize? Well, we asked Jake Stevens, and Jake says, I'd have to put it in the bank, but maybe I'd build a half court at my house. That would be sweet. I agree. Jake's winning prize will be sent with Zell straight to his bank account. The question of the weekend. Zell asks, what would you do with the $1 million prize? Well, we asked Jake Stevens, and Jake says, I'd have to put it in the bank, but maybe I'd build a half court at my house. That would be sweet. I agree. Jake's winning prize will be sent with Zell straight to his bank account. Half court in your house? Good golly, why not? Eberlein Drive. They swept their first 4 games out of the single elimination tournament. Their last game was a convincing win over the Happy Valley Hoopers. That was in the quarterfinal round on Tuesday.
But keep in mind, in that Happy Valley Hoopers game, they trailed by 13 points in the third quarter, so it was a resounding turnaround. Eberlein Drive completely dominated the final quarter and a half of that game. The other thing to keep in mind is beat Indiana and Butler in Hinkle Fieldhouse, which are basically road games.
That's big. Off the wrong foot, left-handed shot up and in for Tyler Stone. He leads the way for Eberlein drive. Stone now with 5 points. Rob Gray gets it up and in. That was a weird angle. I thought he used the backboard, chose not to. Second field goal for Gray.
For the most part, Gray was pretty quiet in that first quarter. He's going to have to get going. That was quite a screen.
Stevens with a destructive screen on Rob Gray. And Rob Gray gets up, scratches his head, and leers at the official.
That'll wake you up a little bit. Chandre Jones just has to bear hug Jake Stevens, not let him get it up.
Anthony Clemens still not in the game for Eberlein drive, getting a long blow at the end of the first quarter. Now the beginning of the second quarter.
This guy, Terrell Brown.
Oh, what? Stevens wasn't looking at the basketball at the hoop at all and decided to fire it up. Comes up short. Transition three. And a wedge shot. Melvin Frazier gets stuck between the goal and the backboard. So when that happens, it is a jump ball. You have alter possession arrow, and it's going to stay with Forever Coogs. Anthony Clemens does come back into the game for Eberlein drive. He'll run the point. Also into the game for Eberlein drive, Michael Ertel. First time we've seen him, number 22. Gray gets his own miss and throws it through.
So now you can feel him starting to put his foot on the gas a little bit, be more aggressive, which is exactly what Houston needs.
Clemens back into the game, gets into the paint and draws contact. So Anthony Clemens will go to the free throw line. Clemens has been a winner everywhere he's been. Was a legendary high school player in the state of Michigan, Lansing. Lansing Sexton High School won back-to-back state championships. Same backcourt with Denzel Valentine.
That's pretty good. Oh yeah, Michigan State Spartan.
Caught the eye of Fred McCaffrey, decided to play out at Iowa in the Big Ten. 4-year contributor with the Hawkeyes.
He's more of a defensive guy, role player, but oftentimes you're a product of your circumstances in terms of what the coach and the program needs from you. Clemens clearly can score, but when he was in Iowa City, he was more of a defensive stopper, just role player. But he's really improved in his professional career.
Woo, great defense played. Shot is blocked on the jumper by Brown, but it stays with Forever Coogs. Bodies banging, loose ball knocked away. Still plenty of time on that shot clock. 15 seconds to shoot. Thomas. Gorham had it for a moment. Thomas gets it back. That was earned. 2 free throws earned big time by the hustling Forever Coogs team. Justin Gorham to the line.
That is Forever Coogs Houston basketball. 50-50 balls going Houston's way. There's about 3 or 4 over the last 2 possessions that have all been scooped up by a Cougar, and they get back to the free throw line. That's how Houston plays. That's how they win, getting those loose balls.
Seems like 50-50 balls are really 80-20 balls with Forever Coogs involved.
It is so cool, though. The identity of Kelvin Sampson's program obviously shining through even with the alumni team. And that's what's so cool. All these guys coached by Kelvin Sampson. And when you're coached by the same guy, you share the same vision and how the game's meant to be played.
Jake Stevens goes to the bench. He's replaced by Ryan Taylor. Gorham makes his 2 free throws. Devin Davis, Fabian White back in for Forever Coogs. The bench for Forever Coogs has been much more impressive than Eberlein Drive's bench so far in our first half. There's Ryan Taylor. That's his game. Spins a 3-pointer in. Taylor was the TBT 3-point champion a couple of years ago.
Yeah, big-time shooter. Shooting 50% from 3 so far in the TBT, but that's a great play from Terrell Brown on the penetration and the kick.
Fabian White, one-on-one basketball. Missed with the left hand. Here comes Clemens with the head up. Down by 2. Love the defense being played by Forever Coogs.
Physical, on the ball, into the ball handler.
Shot clock's down to 4. And Clemens going to be called for an offensive foul. That's just out of frustration. Great defense played by Forever Coogs.
I think it all started, though. Melvin Frazier got switched onto Roberts and fought him in the post, which got the whole possession a little bit on its heels, which then allowed for a forced penetration, and Rob Gray is able to take the charge. But just a great sequence by multiple players for Forever Coogs defensively.
Gorham. Yep, he was at the free throw line a moment ago, found a stroke, now hits a 3.
It's a shot Eberlein Drive is willing to live with right now rather than letting Rob Gray get rolling.
Clemens working the baseline. Catch and shoot Taylor. Goodness, that's a big time shooter. He had that ball in his hands for a split second.
When he was a senior at Evansville, he led the Missouri Valley Conference in scoring at 21 points per game. This guy can really, really fill it up.
Frazier staggers and is called for the travel. That's called taking the seat out.
That's it. A lot of different ways to play post defense. That is one of them. Usually, as a guard, you don't want to bang with somebody, so you just do the old pull the chair out. Good job by Clemens to not bail out Frazier, who's clearly lost his balance.
That was the first turnover for Forever Coogs in their last 25 trips down the floor.
After starting with very turnover prone, they had 3 turnovers early on, and they've tightened it up. Right now, what do you think? Ryan Taylor dropped something for him? He's hit 2 in a row.
Sure. Big fan. Archie Goodwin back in. Goodwin, Clemens, Stone. Taylor and Roberts. 5 on the floor for Eberlein Drive. Long one. A little bit short by Stone. 2-point game. Ready. Off balance slam, Devontae Pollard. Pollard, like Archie Goodwin, a former McDonald's All-American. Really the highest honor you could get as a high school player. Loose left touched by, I thought it was off the foot of Davis, but they're going to say it was off of Taylor, and it's going to be Forever Coogs' ball.
Eric, you brought it up, though. Eberlein Drive's bench has been better throughout the tournament, but tonight it's been the Forever Coogs bench. Fabian White, Pollard, those guys come in and provided a nice lift. Now it looks like a little zone here. Something that Jordan Sternkamp said he wanted to have in his back pocket. See if you throw it out there, try and get Forever Coogs a little bit out of sorts.
Long lefty jumper missed by Pollard. And trying to keep Gorham off the glass. Foul on Taylor.
You can't force him out. You can't force him out. End line, right here.
Obviously, the hardest thing to do in his zone is to rebound out of it. Gorham able to just wedge himself into that backside. Now it looks like Eberlein Drive will match up and go back man-to-man. But something to watch is switching defenses as this game progresses.
Rob Gray sitting right now for Forever Coogs. Where's the offense going to come from? Anthony Clemens is whacked on the chin.
I'll say it again. Why not draw something up to get Ryan Taylor a shot? And last trip down, I think they wanted to get Tyler Stone his right hand to drive it in the right lane line, and Stone settled for a long-range jumper. He can't get something to get Taylor on the move for a triple.
Goodwin gets it to Taylor, but he's well behind the arc. Taylor lost it, has to regroup. Shot clock close to 10.
Wow, great defense.
Clearly trying to get Taylor something, and there wasn't anything there. It's going to be another turnover and travel. And we've got a timeout on the floor. Eberlein Drive, they're down by 4. Forever Coogs playing with a ton of energy. 31-27 is our score. 3:42 remaining, first half.
Hey, don't worry about the refs, man. Keep playing the way y'all playing. Y'all fine. We're fine, all right? Keep playing hard. We good. Get stops to run.
Make sure you hit Roberts.
Yes.
Hey, be ready on a dead ball to go zone, okay? Not to start, but be ready, okay? We're gonna give them a different look. Remember, let's stack our wings, lift up the thighs back, okay? Just one possession. I'll call it. Just be ready for it, okay? Other than that, let's keep going, man. We're in a good spot. Here we go, together.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Champs on 3, 1, 2, 3, champs.
Let's go, Blue. First things first is a mix of analysis, tremendous chemistry, and total ridiculousness. Nick Wright, Chris Broussard, and Kevin Wilds serve up a fresh daily dose of unscripted and unfiltered sports talk. Weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on FS1. Let's go into the huddle, powered by Puma.
Hey, don't worry about the rest, man. Keep playing the way y'all playing. Y'all fine. We're fine, all right? Keep playing hard. We good. Get stops to run.
Make sure you hit Roberts.
Hey, be ready on a dead ball to go zone, okay? Not to start, but be ready, okay? We're gonna give them a different look. Remember, let's stack our wings, lift up the thighs back, okay? Just one possession. I'll call it. Just be ready for it, okay? Other than that, let's keep going, man. We're in a good spot. Here we go, together.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Champs on 3, 1, 2, 3,
Jordan
champs.
Sternkamp, longtime G-League coach. Greensboro Swarm. Very professional huddle.
Yes, he is. He is an impressive guy. And he's true to his word. At shoot-around, he said, we are going to switch defenses up, throw a little zone at them. You heard that in the huddle. Something to keep an eye on is switching up defenses to try and keep Forever Coogs off balance.
3:30 remaining in our first half. Forever Coogs the lead in the ball, up by 4. Chandre Jones, a little teardrop.
Rob Gray came off a stagger and came in the middle of the floor and just took all the help defense with him, and Chandre Jones hits a tough one.
Largest lead of the night for Forever Coogs. Brown looking for help.
And to post up Gray, who's got 2 personal fouls.
Shot clock's down to 6. And Brown is fouled. Possession was going nowhere fast. The result, 2 free throws for Brown.
And as we mentioned, you get 6 personal fouls, but something to just keep an eye on. Rob Gray's got 2 personal fouls. Melvin Frazier has 2. Devin Davis has 2. Anthony Clemens has 2 on the other side, but pick up that 3rd one.
Do you defend differently? If you've got 2 fouls going, you have 6 with 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter. You just play as is and hope you don't pick up a foul.
I think you got to be a little careful. You don't want to go into Olay defense and just completely relinquishing post position or allowing people to drive past you. But maybe that gap you're going to shoot and try and go for a steal, you be a little more careful.
That last foul by Forever Coogs is going to put Eberlein Drive as bonus for the remainder of our first half. Fabian White, oh, strong like bull. He has been real good offensively here in our first half.
He was great the other night against Team Colorado, 15.6 rebounds.
Blocked. White took it away from Goodwin. Falls way to the left, though, of Nate Roberts. And the lefty throws it in. deflected, stolen by Clemens. Eberlein drives down by 4. Another beautiful dime by Clemens, and it will result in free throws for Nate Roberts.
Hey, we gotta keep the line.
That's an area I think Eberlein Drive needs to push a little bit more, is in the open floor. Forever Coogs are going to crash the offensive glass. There's going to be multiple bodies, so if you can corral loose change or a rebound and get out and run, you can't have numbers. It's a good play from Anthony Clemens.
Nate Roberts has been in the G League in recent years, 25-year-old from the University of Washington. That's one of the things that Jordan Sternkamp has been able to massage. He's familiar with a lot of these players from his time in the G League. He knows what to expect.
Actually, Coach Terrell Brown, 23 for Eberlein Drive, or the Greensboro Swarm, so there's trust there, there's familiarity there.
One possession game. Forever Coogs up 3. Gray got pushed just a little bit. It's enough to influence the miss, and he'll go to the line.
Gotta force Rob Gray into the screen. It's a mistake from Terrell Brown. You have help in the hedge man if you send him that way, but you have to send him that way, and Gray refuses that screen, gets downhill, and draws contact.
Pushing it back, he wanted to hit on vertical defense.
Gray is a North Carolinian. Grew up in western North Carolina, played high school basketball in Asheville. Oregon, Texas. Goes to University of Houston. Spent 3 wonderful years there. 2,000 career points.
AAC all-time scoring leader at 39 points in an NCAA tournament game. Big-time player.
Clemens tapped around and in by Tyler Stone. Back to a 3-point game. Thomas to Gorham. Back to Thomas. And just lost it. Air turnover here in the second quarter for Forever Coogs. That's 6 total. Remember, they had 3 turnovers the first 5 times down the floor in the first quarter.
Job by Melvin Frazier fighting over that screen.
Goodwin. And Stone shuffled the shoes. That's the second travel for Stone here in our first half.
He's just got to slow down a little bit. You can feel he's just a little anxious when he gets the ball. He's not shot it great.
And a timeout called by Forever Coogs. They've got a 3-point lead and possession of the ball. And with 106 remaining in our first half, they just want to make sure this is a good possession.
Yeah, I know it's cliche, but everybody talks about it. How you end quarters so important. And you have an opportunity here to get a good possession, maybe a stop. You can maybe score again, really push this lead out. I like more high pick and roll with Rob Gray. Just spread the floor a little bit, let him make decisions like he did on the previous possession, using that screen, getting down the right lane line, getting to the free throw line.
If you're ducking in,
but I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Eberlein Drive mixes in some zone here, like they talked about.
TB downhill with your right hand, okay? Here we go, together on 3, 1, 2, 3. Keep Gray in the action. Hey, we're in man, match. Man.
So Jordan Sternkamp not only talking about defense, but he's also setting up a play for the offensive side when they get the ball back. He said TB, I'm assuming that would be Terrell Brown.
You're right, I think safe assumption to make.
Okay, 1 minute remaining here in our second quarter. A whole bunch of time on the shot clock. Gray, Thomas, thunderous with the right hand, Tayshaun Thomas.
Well, that was easy, just an empty side, meaning no player in the corner, pick and roll. You attack Jake Stevens, not too fleet of foot, and an easy hammer jump for Forever Coogs.
Here's Terrell Brown. That's the man that Sternkamp was talking about. He misses his shot, but it stays with Eberlein Drive. Goodwin. Stone. Everything but down. Shot clock's off. Forever Coogs is going to take the air out of the ball.
Smart. Don't mind probing, see if you can get something, but now slow it down and let this guy go to work.
Gray better hurry. And just went off his foot. No foul. Or did they call a foul? Wow, they called a foul. A trip on Terrell Brown with 0.2 remaining in the half.
Boy, that's a tough one.
Hey, he got tripped
So
out
Gray,
here.
who is lethal at the free throw line, will have a pair. Nick, 2 points for Gray in the first quarter, 7 and counting here in the second quarter.
Well, we're trying
I
to throw in
think
the post back
he's
there.
not forced the action, but I do think he increased his aggressiveness a little bit in that second quarter.
No shot, no
And
shot.
no shot,
4
a
steps
lane
in.
violation.
No shot, 4 steps
Ooh,
in.
that's
Violation.
bad. Wow. Oh, Gorham gets called for a lane violation with a great free throw shooter at the line and 0.2 remaining in the half.
Hold on. Okay, relax. Hold on.
And hold on here. They're going to determine what we just saw. Officials are not going to call foul, are they? I don't know. Clemens was clearly fouled shooting a three-quarter court heave. Keep in mind there's 0.2 on the clock.
Don't worry, we're playing college.
Yeah, probably not enough
We're
time
going
to
this
catch
way.
and
We're
shoot
going
it.
this
Yeah.
way. He told us we're going this way.
Okay, the officials have all said that, okay, you're right, we're done. So the first 2 quarters of our first semifinal are in the books. And so far, so good for Forever Coogs. They have a 40-34 lead here at the break. We'll take a time out. We'll come back. We've got a live halftime show coming your way from the DAC here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. TBT Championship weekend continues Sunday right here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania with the $1 Million Championship game at 2 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox. Tickets are available at thetournament.com. TBT Championship weekend continues Sunday right here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania with the $1 Million Championship game at 2 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox. Tickets are available at thetournament.com. Welcome back, everyone. We are in historic Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Just history everywhere you look. That's, of course, the Liberty Bell. Is that all it's cracked up to be? Yeah, it is. Pretty cool. Eberlein drives down 40-34 for Coogs with a halftime lead as we get ready to play our third quarter. Let's take a look at what we have seen already in the quarterfinal round. We have 4 teams remaining. We still have another semifinal. Nick Baugh, what do you expect to see in our second semi between Carmen's Crew and La Familia?
Well, all eyes go to the big man matchup. Jared Sullinger, Willie Cauley-Stein, 2 guys that played a long time in the NBA, should be battling, but Kentucky switches a lot of screens, so it'll be interesting to see how often those 2 guys actually are guarding each other. But I'm also excited to watch Eric Bledsoe, over a decade in the NBA, run that point guard spot for La Familia. He is electric scoring the ball. I got a feeling he might elevate his game a little bit with $1 million on the line. That should be a really, really good game here in our nightcap.
4 teams remain. One of those 4 teams will take home $1 million when we're all said and done Sunday afternoon here in Philadelphia. Tayshawn Thomas with some thunder here in Philadelphia. His Forever Coogs lead 40-34 at the break.
They only have 5 statistically on the box score, but it feels like a lot more than that. Show your hands. Show your hands.
Forever Coogs with a 40-34 lead over Eberlein Drive through the first 2 quarters of our ball game. Remarkably consistent performance for both sides in the first 2 quarters. 20-17, Forever Coogs won the first quarter. 20-17, Forever Coogs won the second quarter. Added up, they have a 6-point lead here as we get started in our third quarter. With Nick Baugh, I'm Eric Collins. And Nick, you're down your dance floor. What did you see in the first 2 quarters that we need to look out for in the second 2 quarters?
Well, I think Houston started off sloppy. They had 3 turnovers in the first 3-4 minutes of the game and then really settled into this thing. Ended up shooting 46% from the floor. So the other thing I like is that 8 players played for Forever Coogs. All 8 scored. So everybody's involved. Everybody's in a good rhythm and a flow. I like how that first half felt for Forever Coogs.
All right, in case you missed any of it, folks, let's take you back and show you in highlight form maybe what you missed.
Well, it was the bench that really kind of got the party started for Forever Coogs. And it was this guy that led the charge. Fabian White came in and provided versatility at that front line position. He's able to put the ball on the deck and score and make plays. He had 7 points in the first half. And for Eberlein Drive, Clemens and Stone struggled, the two leading scorers. So it needed to be Ryan Taylor knocking down back-to-back threes. And then Archie Goodwin also did a nice job scoring the basketball as well. Got to find a way to get Clemens and Stone rolling, though, if you're Eberlein Drive.
Eberlein Drive starting with the basketball, and it's scored by Anthony Clemens. Had Clemens scoreless from the field. Didn't make 2 free throws, but scoreless from the field in the first half. Changes that here in the second half.
It's a great set play from Jordan Sternkamp, knowing that you have to get your leading scorer in a flow until you dial up a driving opportunity for him.
Tayshaun Thomas gets his own miss. Open look, Chandre Jones.
This is where Eberlein Drive needs to push more. Not attack a set defense if you're Eberlein Drive.
Goodwin, bounce pass to Stone, size advantage. Just blows right past Gray. Tries to set up Roberts, who is fouled. Checking with Kaylee Griffin.
Well, Eric, I caught up with Jordan Sternkamp, and I asked him about his second half adjustments. He said, first, we have to participate more on the offensive glass. He said, they have a step provide that feels like more, but it has to be part of our game. He said, our game plan was to come in and let Forever Coogs shoot, but they're taking advantage, getting inside, cutting and moving. We've got to get back to trusting our game plan, and offensively, he said, we have to move the ball. We've got to get quality multiple side efforts, and we have to play through physicality. If we match their intensity, we'll be in a good spot.
Well, so far, so good for Eberlein Drive. Thank you, Kaylee. They have scored buckets first 2 times down the floor here in our third quarter.
Numbers now, 2 guys went for the ball, didn't get it. You give up a 3.
Melvin Frazier, a corner triple.
What is it, another 50-50 ball?
80-20 ball.
80-20 for
Forever Coogs. First miss of the game for Ryan Taylor. Leaps to the run-out. Jones, old school mid-ranger. 18-footer for Chandre Jones.
Great read from Jones, pushing it. Clemens was totally retreating and committing to Gorham, so he stops with 15 feet and knocks it down.
Clemens. 5 unanswered for Forever Coogs. Missed inside by Frazier. That was a good look. Maybe outthought himself. Roberts runs the floor and scores.
I know I just said it, Eric, but I think Eberlein Drive has to look to push it more when they get opportunities in transition.
Thomas lost it on his hip. Sets up Jones. Got his own miss.
Here's another transition opportunity.
Goodwin. And trying to keep Roberts off the glass. He's fouled. Foul called on Chandre Jones. Third foul on Jones.
And that's the other part of pushing in transition is you can get cross-matched. Jones was on Roberts, and so Roberts is able to wedge in that backside and draw a foul.
Fabian White comes in, number 35 for Forever Coogs. He was really influential in the first half. And a foul called on Gray, going for a steal. That's the third foul on Rob Gray.
And you get 6 personal fouls.
You saw the side outs, man.
But you got to be careful a little bit.
The coach's box. I'm all the way up there. I forget about it.
Devin Davis has also come into the game for Forever Coogs. He's number 15, guarding the ball up high.
Go back, go in.
Steal by Gray. And Rob Gray missed the layup. Getting back in a hurry, Tyler Stone. And Stone is fouled on the other end. That's a tough break for Forever Coogs.
That's twice, though. Eberlein Drive has contested shots at the rim without fouling. They haven't bailed guys out with hacking down on the ball. They've missed 2 layups. And another transition offense opportunity. Tyler Stone, this is where he's probably at his best with the head of steam. And now he'll get to the free throw line.
Stone has been very good at the free throw line in this year's tournament. With that make, he's now 15
Stay out the lane, guys. Stay out the lane. Stay out the lane.
If you're wondering, Kyler Stone, $1 million prize once again being sent straight to his bank account. Zelle, the official payment partner of TBT, is hoping to get $60,000. Eberlein Drive can win. Got to win this one, got to win on Sunday. Gorham. Three-pointer Justin Gorham.
Look at Jordan Sternkamp. He's clapping. That was kind of the game plan. They denied Rob Gray the ball, wanted to force other Coogs to knock down shots. That's not really Gorham's game, but he knocks it down.
They actually say he had a foot on the line, just a long two, not a three for Gorham. Score on your screen is correct. Fade away by Taylor, rebounded by Roberts. Clemens. He had been shooting a great ball from behind the arc. Nothing's fallen tonight for Anthony Clemens.
And the other reason I keep on being a broken record about the open floor is the open floor is oftentimes a place to remedy offensive woes. Like it's a great place to you're not thinking, you're reacting, and you can find easier shots and some rhythm as a player there.
Here we go.
5:17 remaining in our third quarter. Had been a 6-point halftime lead for Forever Coogs. They're still up by 6. Clemens takes his time. Oh, and he missed it from 2 feet. Just a beautiful move, and Clemens can't finish. Frazier waits for his buddies. Devin Davis. Fabian White, that's a clean strip by Stone. All ball. Both sides last playing on Tuesday.
Hey, gotta play through it, guys.
They'll have a day off tomorrow. The winner will play on Sunday for $1 million. Gorham. Rebounded by Frazier. And Davis with contact. Got bumped in the head. Chance for a three-point play.
What a mature, great play from Melvin Frazier. He gets that offensive rebound. He could go back up with it, but he understands he's in the middle of the floor, and he looks to the three-point line for a kick out and instead finds a cutting Davis. But just a great play from Melvin Frazier on the offensive rebound. Don.
Forever Coogs, they have been elite at the free throw line. Did not miss a free throw in the first half. They were 8 for 8. The only free throw they kind of did make, actually they made. It was Rob Gray made a free throw, but there's a lane violation. Actually doesn't go as a miss, but just goes as a non-attempt. They could have had one more point. Into the ball game, Deshaun Knight. He's number 11 with the ball. Bounces it over to Terrell Brown. Tough turnaround. Oh, Terrell Brown, welcome back to the ball game.
Feels like Terrell Brown's important because Clemens is just a little bit off right now. Brown, he needs to come in and think about being a scorer.
Loose, ripped away by Knight. Brown's got it. Under 4 minutes to play, third quarter. This would be big for Eberlein Drive. And a foul will send Brown to the free throw line. Well, Eberlein Drive needed something positive to happen, and maybe Terrell Brown happened.
Well, Terrell Brown hits a little fadeaway, gets a little run out, finds some contact, trying to spark something for Eberlein Drive here in Philly.
The basketball tournament is powered by Puma, by Zelle, the official payment partner of TBT, and by Cost Plus Drugs, the low-cost provider for medications. The basketball tournament is powered by Puma, by Zelle, the official payment partner of TBT, and by Cost Plus Drugs, the low-cost provider for medications. Friday evening in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. What a beautiful time to be here, the Quaker City. Tomorrow, it's baseball night in America on Fox. Rising star Gunnar Henderson leads the Orioles against perennial all-star Jose Ramirez and the Cleveland Guardians. Or Rays take on the Astros, or the Giants taking on the Reds. It all begins tomorrow, 7 Eastern on Fox. Check for the game in your area. Okay, we have got free throws for Terrell Brown, just fouled a moment ago. Should be money in the bank for Eberlein Drive. Not only is Brown 2 as a free thrower tonight, he is 9 for 9 in this year's TBT.
And Brown might be really important down the stretch here as Clemens is just continuing to struggle. Brown has been Mr. Steady off the bench, and keep in mind this is a guy that averaged 21 points per game at Washington. First team all Pac-12, so he can score. He's experienced. He played in the G League. A lot of Terrell Brown down the stretch.
1 out of 2 for Brown. That time, this is first free throw in 5 games. Rays with the ball. He's got White, Pollard, Frazier, and Davis with him on the floor. Forever Coogs with the 6-point lead. That's the same advantage they had at the half. Gray fades and hits. That's an offensive weapon right there.
That is. Against that 2-3 zone, you screen the top of it. He's able to snake dribble to his mid-range. He's really good going to his left at about 15 feet.
Taylor, late influenced by Gray, forces the miss.
You said it. What a good contest.
Gray. Big shot, Rob Gray. He's got 14 big ones, and the lead is 11.
What a 3-play sequence from Rob Gray on both ends of the floor. And offensively, able to identify the zone, snake into the middle of it, hit a mid-range, contest the 3, and then too much space. Ryan Taylor with his hands down, and Rob Gray walks into a 3. And he's letting the crowd know what time it is.
Largest lead of the night for Forever Coogs. They lead by 11, but just a reminder, folks, this is a tournament that has every game end with an Elam ending. As we get to that 4th quarter, we'll get to the 4-minute mark. We will turn off the game clock and play to a target score. And you have to continue playing. You have to score up to the target score to win the ball game in advance. So that changes everything. No lead is really safe.
No question about it. And keep in mind, Eberlein Drive, they were down 13 in the 3rd quarter to Happy Valley Hoopers, their last game, and rallied and won the game by 14.
Jake Stevens back in for Eberlein Drive, number 34 in black. Brown trying to feed the post. Nothing there. Stolen away by Rob Gray. Gray is everywhere right now. Pass into the corner. Frazier. Knight, Goodwin, Stevens, Stone, and Brown. 5 on the floor for Eberlein Drive. Goodwin. Layup won't fall. Davis. And the lead swells. 13-point stiff arm for Forever Coogs.
And Forever Coogs so active defensively, you're seeing ghosts around the rim. If you're Eberlein Drive, missed a couple of layups.
Nice. The lead was 6 at the half. It is now an 13-point lead for Forever Coogs. Making a 15-point lead. 2 more for Fabian White.
What a great surge from Forever Coogs, doing it on both ends of the floor. Eberlein Drive just can't find anything offensively right now.
They needed that whistle. Wow! Archie Goodwin hits the shot with the foul and a chance for a 3-point play. That's like oxygen. They just flat out needed something that time down the floor.
When you're dealing with this physical defense from Forever Coogs, you have to be able to put it on the deck and play through contact.
Come in, Salt.
Right now, you can just feel that Eberlein drive. Stone and Clemens, their two leading scorers, just not in a good rhythm and a flow, and they're not quite figuring out where they want to go with the basketball. But you got to credit Forever Coogs. This is what they do.
I know. Don't worry. It's been bad on
Stifling defense.
You got to play through it. You got to play through it.
You can do that. Ball's on the rim, and you can take it out. Playing with Stevens, basket interference. And I'm not sure Jake Stevens knows. He is hot. He just didn't know the rule. Totally legal, Jake.
That's a miss.
Guys, ball.
Yes. On the live ball shot.
Oh, you're right, Jake. Right.
I think I was going to say on a free throw.
On a free throw, you can't go in there, touch.
I was fairly certain that on a free throw is when you can't take it off the rim.
Yep. Good work, Jake Stevens. You knew it. So score the goal for Goodwin.
As Tyler Stone wide open, but the ball pressure from Frazier.
Ball goes right through the wickets of Tyler Stone.
That's what you need, though, Eric. If you're going to switch screens, you have to pressure the ball. And Melvin Frazier was all over Goodwin. Couldn't see Stone pop wide open, then it ends in a turnover.
Final buck 15 of our third quarter. Rare miss for Forever Coogs. Stevens with the rebound. Still time to salvage this third quarter for Eberlein drive. And a foul called on Forever Coogs.
One of the things that Forever Coogs has done a good job of is not allowing Jake Stevens to line up any threes. He was able, against Assembly Ball 2 games ago, to hit a couple of pick and pops, number 34 for Eberlein drive, but Forever Coogs has been draped on him and not letting him get anything up on the perimeter on those side pick and rolls, pick and pops.
Because of the bonus, 2 free throws for Goodwin.
Ref. All right. 7-1.
Hold it, Jeff.
We're not getting no calls. 7-1. We're getting fouled down here too.
TB.
Thank you. No, you're right.
2 out of 2 for Goodwin. Back to a 10-point game. Bob Gray's been influential here in our third quarter. He's got the ball. Poked away. Big chance for Eberlein drive. Goodwin. Missed opportunity.
Good decision from Rob Gray. Time and score. Haven't had a good possession in a little bit. Play the shot clock, game clock, about a 4-second difference.
Gorham. Got stripped. Plenty of time remaining for Eberlein drive. Plenty of time. Stevens. Ball slips out of his fingertips, but scored the goal. Oh my goodness. Forever Coogs maybe stopped playing, and the ball is up and good by Stone, and scored the goal. It's an 8-point game as we head to the fourth. Jake Stevens had a sure layup, and the ball just slipped out of his hands, but fortuitously, it stays with Eberlein drive.
Every point matters in the TBT. Got to play all the way through the final buzzer. Stone, loose change, lays it in. 10-point game. 8-point game heading in to the fourth.
Start of our fourth quarter and eventually an Elam ending coming your way here from the DAC in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Forever Coogs. They had a 15-point lead at one point in that third quarter, but Eberlein drive showing you some spunk. They have a late charge, and they are only down as we head to our fourth quarter by 8. Only down by 8. They whittle up 7 points off that 15-point deficit in the final moments of our third quarter. Forever Coogs start with the basketball. Thomas staggers, gets it over to Rob Gray. Still 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gray working the baseline. Straight on look for Frazier. Rebounded by Clemens. Clemens hasn't done much offensively in the first 3 quarters. Finds Stevens. Wide left.
First good clean look for Stevens. Just missed it. He can shoot it at 7 feet at that 5 spot.
Free throw jumper, Gray. Kept up and in somehow by Frazier.
That's one you can take off the cylinder.
Goodwin, the blow-by, is fouled by Frazier. We're going to play until we get to the 4-minute mark. First dead ball we have. Once we get under 4 minutes, we will take off the game clock. Add 8 points to whoever side is leading, and that will be our target score. We'll play to that number. Winner will take on the winner of our second game, La Familia and Carmen's crew, in our second semifinal game. That'll be right here in this building about 20 minutes after this one comes to an end.
Mayday, 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 mayday.
Brown got whacked across the face and still hit it. Chance for a 3-point play.
That's one of those possessions, kind of got blown up, and Brown had no choice but to try and probe into a gap and just goes up through the arms of Jones. That's a tough call. Chandre Jones was in a legal guarding position, but there was a lot of contact.
Brown had made 9 consecutive free throws before clanking one a moment ago. Back on the beam.
Brown's been good in this second half for Eberlein drive.
Jones directing traffic. Gray. Thomas. And he's got a chance for a three-point play.
Another great read from Rob Gray. Ball needs to be in his hands a lot for the final 8 minutes of this game. Rob Gray gets that ball screen. The help rotation not quite there in time. Stone and Goodwin hugged up on that weak side. A great finish from Thomas.
Lead back up to 10. Brown running the point. Goodwin. Pass too hot to handle. Forever Coogs with the ball, 3-on-2. And an offensive foul. Brown collapses, calls foul on Melvin Frazier.
Yeah, Rob Gray frustrated with Melvin Frazier. Wanted to get that ball right back to him. So he's going to have a wide open three, and instead Frazier drives it and ends up getting a charge.
And now Frazier will leave the game. He's replaced by Devin Davis. Lawrence Pay had made too many mistakes today. Head coach from Forever Coogs. Brown got his own miss. Got hit in the face again and hits. That's the key. He's got to get whacked and then the shot falls automatically.
Well, we were asking, where's Eberlein Drive going to find offense? It's really been Brown driving the ball, trying to make things happen. He was a scorer in college. He's kind of one of those guys, Jordan Sternkamp said, he'll just kind of take whatever the game shows him. If he needs to defend, he'll do that. If he needs to score, he'll do that. In a day where the two top guns for Eberlein Drive are struggling to score, Brown putting his fingerprints in the scoring column.
Dynamite free throw shooter.
And look at that weak side. Clemens trying to face guard Rob Gray. Let him touch, make somebody else handle the ball for the Forever Coogs.
Davian White.
Big time.
Davian White has been a revelation.
No question. You can deny Rob Gray the ball, but you've got a forward that can play make.
Brown hoping for another whistle. This time it didn't come. Gray. Gorham. Brown, he's got one goal, and that's to get to the rack every time.
That was pretty nifty from Terrell Brown. Head of steam.
Closing in on the 6-minute mark. White. What a play. Out of bounds, though, and it's going to be Eberlein Drive basketball.
Just amazing. Not one, but two from Coogs. All over that ball. Almost stole a possession.
50-50 balls or 80-20 balls.
Yes.
Coogs are around.
It's just hard for me to believe you when you call everything. Every
Now
possession
Chandre Jones takes a seat.
Every possession.
We got some big
possession,
switchable
same thing.
defenders
It's
on
not
the
fair.
floor now for Forever Coogs. But Rob Gray, see who they want to guard Terrell Brown. You imagine that's where the ball's going. He has been the best source of offense.
Corner. This side, corner. Oh, RT, this side.
Jordan Sternkamp
Corner.
reinserts Ryan
Nate,
Taylor
corner.
into the game.
Stay in it. No, it's safe. He's in it.
Taylor
Nate,
on the
go to
floor as
corner.
a shooter.
Same thing. Horns 23
Devin
foot.
Davis guarding him in the corner. Going to be a little reluctant to help.
Clemens squeezes it over to Stone, who scores the left hand. Another three-point opportunity. Made free throw, and it's a 4-point game.
And just a great basket cut from Tyler Stone, who has been ice cold from three, so he cuts instead of stands. And that's not an easy find from Clemens, who left his feet and didn't know where he was going with the ball, but found his running mate. Another three-point play opportunity.
Stone makes the free throw, and it is indeed a 4-point game. Once we get to the 4-minute mark, dead ball will bring on the Elam ending. This is semifinal. Got to win this one and the game on Sunday for $1 million. White stuffed away by Brown. Loose. And it's going to stay with Forever Coogs.
Great play from Terrell Brown. On Fabian White, big size advantage. Oh. Clean as a whistle.
Brown 6'3". And he got up to block that.
10 on the clock here. You got to get it to Greg. Get out of the way.
Great dreaming, big dream. Has to fire. Oh, and it stays with Forever Coogs. Hustle rebound by Davis. Gray. White. With the left hand. Fabian White has been a difference maker.
Huge weak side rebound from Fabian White.
Brown. High out the window and in. Oh! Feels weird saying it, but here in the fourth quarter, the three best players have been Brown, Gray, and White. Who knew? Dumped down. Great position for Pollard, but he gets rid of it. Davis. Cleared by Brown.
Those were the shots Eberlein Drive wanted to give up. The non-shooters taking the bait.
Brown deep into the paint. Wow. Scores two more. He's red hot. This is going to be a doozy of an Elam ending, folks. That 15-point lead for Forever Coogs is almost all gone.
Play it under 4, call timeout, and it's game on.
There is your timeout, folks, and say goodbye to the game clock. It is gone the way of the dodo bird. We will have an Elam ending when we come back. This is a semifinal game, folks. Still the chance for $1 million, but you gotta win tonight. We'll take a timeout and come back with an Elam ending in a moment.
Okay. I do get this. I know.
Eberlein Drive left for dead until Terrell Brown resuscitated them.
Off the bench, wearing a cape in this second half. And you're going to see a lot of drives to the basket. That's what Terrell Brown does best. He averaged 21 points per game when he was first team All-Pac-12 at Washington. And when Eberlein Drive's offense was almost flatlined, he has revived it, and he's got this to a 2-point game heading into the Elam ending. What a second half from Terrell Brown.
He's got a game-high 19 points coming off the bench. 12 of those 19 points coming in the fourth quarter, 17 in the second half. Pretty impressive. All right, folks, it's an Elam ending. Game clock gone. Doesn't exist anymore. We're going to play to a target score of 76. First team to get to 76 is going to be your winner, and will advance to Sunday's championship game and play for $1 million. Can't just hang out in the corner and hope for a foul. You got to make a shot like Fabian White just did. That was massive for Forever Coogs.
I think that could be a great place to go. I know Rob Gray is your closer, but Fabian White, I think, is going to have a lot of real estate to operate one-on-one in his isolation.
Brown off balance. Never got there. Rebounded by Davis.
Good job by Rob Gray, sliding his feet. You got to play Terrell Brown as a driver. He's not a great three-point shooter.
Rob Gray asking for help. Gets a screen. Seven on the shot clock. Jones, a little hezzy. Archie Goodwin with the rebound. Clemens, 2 feet behind the line. Falls finally! Anthony Clemens has been waiting a long time for that one.
His first made three of the game during the Elam ending.
1-point game. Gray is fouled.
Well, the second team foul for Eberlein Drive, but how about Anthony Clemens? Better late than never. Pushing it, too much space, knocking down a huge three.
And this is an official timeout.
Ball, white ball, 20 on the shot clock. Thank you.
Something procedural. Inbound once again. Gray to Gorham. Back to Gray. White. Fabian White! He's got 4 for Forever Coogs here in our Elam ending.
I like the ball going to White, but if you're Eberlein Drive, you got to come and dig off the non-shooters. You let Fabian White go one-on-one, you're asking for trouble.
Alley-oop. Wow! What a play! Nate Roberts, the long arm of the law! I didn't think there was anyone in the city of Philadelphia that could get that alley-oop. That had to be 13 feet in the air.
I have no clue how Roberts gets up high enough to grab this thing. He is left-handed, but wowza! Clemens, Roberts, showtime. Incredible play.
Good golly, Miss Molly. That's the most exciting 2 points you're going to see all evening long. And it makes it a 1-point game.
We don't need to go, but if he's in a bad way, we got to go and rotate. One stop.
This year's $1 million prize will be sent straight to the winner's bank accounts with Zelle. This is how Eberlein Drive is going to split it up. Players $60,000, coach GM $40,000. And slightly smaller purse for some other guys who haven't been here the entire time.
Yes.
For example, Jake Stevens was spending time in Summer League with the Charlotte Hornets.
Well, I think the reason for the timeout for Eberlein Drive is to figure out how you're dealing with Fabian White in the post. There needs to be help coming down from the non-shooters, and Stone's got to work his tail off.
Gray, a pull-up. He's fouled.
Job by Rob Gray, sensing Brown just a little bit on his heels, trying to disrupt the vision and the pass into the post. So what does Rob Gray do? He crosses over hard and catches Brown off guard and draws a foul.
Shooting fouls, 2 free throws here in the Elam ending. For those that recall, Gray actually made a free throw late in the second quarter that was wiped away because of a lane violation. The score theoretically could be different. Makes a pair. So Forever Coogs, next time down the floor, they can win it. They are 2 points away from our target score.
Those are big free throws because now you got the whole playbook. If you're Forever Coogs, you don't need a 3, you just need a 2 on the other end.
Eberlein drives, they need 5 points. Step through. Brown. They can win it next time down the floor if they can get a stop. Both sides can win. One time down the floor. Forever Coogs, they only need 2. Gray for the win! It's over! What a ball game! Rob Gray takes over tail end of our Elam ending and sends Forever Coogs to the championship game. Pretty good 1-2 punch in the Elam ending with Fabian White and Rob Gray. That's what you get when you mix White and Gray together.
And Rob Gray, 4 straight points to end this game. And Rob Gray recognizing to get the whole left side of the floor, Eric, for Rob Gray to go to work. And he's a guy, again, he's hit a bunch of mid-range jump shots going to his left. And none bigger than the Elam ending winner, Rob Gray, Mr. Clutch.
Good golly. Forever Coogs were threatened. Remember that a 15-point lead that went all the way down to 1. But Rob Gray saves the day with the Elam ender. And looking on to the championship game is Forever Coogs. We'll take a timeout. We come back. We'll have much more. We'll talk to the winners when we return to Philadelphia. Forever Coogs wins our first semifinal. They have one more game to win for $1 million. The star of the Elam ending was Rob Gray. He is standing by with Kaylee Griffin.
Yeah, Eric, I have Rob, but I also have the entire Forever Coogs team with me. Rob, you got to this game last year, but your journey ended here. The journey does not end here tonight. What is it about this team and the way you guys play that allowed for this win tonight?
Just being resilient, being tough. It sounds cliche. There's not a lot of new ways to win a game. Play defense, rebound, don't turn the ball over. You give yourself a chance. So we knew it would be a little bit different coming in here playing because we've been at home. We've been on our own court. We've been, in our own houses. So we're on the road now. We got to adjust. But I like how we came out. Tip the hat to them, especially. They made a big run. They made shots. They were finishing through contact. Eberlein Drive, been in the mix for many years in TBT. Again, much respect to them. But yeah, we here for a reason, and we're super, super excited to be able to really have a chance to win $1 million.
8 players stepped on the floor tonight. All 8 scored. Your defense was stifling as well. How much are we seeing that Kelvin Sampson style of play from you guys?
Yeah, it's just in our DNA. We went through many, many practices together, a bunch of adversity together, and it's just something that's in us. But we are on that, and we ready to play hard. It sounds funny, it's cliche. A lot of things get repeated, but that's just how it is at U of H basketball practice. And you see if you turn on an NCAA game and watch them compete, it's just different. So we try to be cut from that cloth and come out here and be ourselves.
1 win away from $1 million. How does that sound?
Sounds good, but we are far from finished. We're gonna watch this game. We're gonna relax. We're gonna might go do a little Rocky run tomorrow, get our mind right, and we're gonna be ready to play Sunday versus whoever wins this game right here.
Job's not done, Rob. Congratulations.
Gonna do a Rocky run here in the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That is awesome. I love it. Thank you, Kaylee. Good job, Rob Gray. Nick Baugh capitalized what we just saw in that first semifinal.
Exactly what we kind of expected. I mean, when there's $1 million on the line and you're this close, it's going to be tight. It's going to be competitive. You have to be able to weather runs. You got to be able to stay the course. And Forever Coogs was just the tougher team for the duration of the game. And when you got a superstar like Rob Gray that can sustain you the whole game and take you home and put you in a great spot. Also, Fabian White was really important as well. 17 points off the bench for the all-time winningest player in Houston basketball history. What a game. Forever Coogs, 1 win away from $1 million.
This is what the updated bracket looks like. We have 3 teams remaining. Forever Coogs is lying in wait. They'll play that championship game Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock Eastern on Fox, against the winner of our second semifinal. Both Carmen's crew, the Ohio State alumni team, and La Familia, the Kentucky alumni team, are warming up right now. We're getting ready to tip this one off in just a handful of minutes. Quick preview of what we may see in that one.
Well, NBA stars on both sides of the floor. I think rebounding and that free throw line could loom large both ways. I can't wait to see Jared Sullinger, Willie Cauley-Stein going at it. Could be pretty good in the interior.
Well, we can only hope that it'll get close to what we saw here in our first semifinal. Congratulations to Forever Coogs. They win an exciting one, riding the hot hand of Rob Gray into the championship game on Saturday. We'll take a quick timeout. We come back. Semifinal number 2 coming your way.